Treyarch could be making some big changes to Black Ops 6 and the new updates we get that everyone may not like. I'll break down what got leaked out and much more in this video, but it's mostly about MP maps off the bat. So the maps we got leaked out in terms of just remakes, of course, we're getting other new originally made BO6 MP maps, which are going to be interesting to see, to say the least, but a lot of the remakes I think that we're going to go through here could be really fire. Some not as much, but it could change the way they do BO6 and, you know, head into the year 2 game. Not really year 2, but Black Ops 2025, which will be a direct sequel to BO6, just like how MW3 was kind of a direct sequel to MW2. It's going to be the same situation from this year's COD to Black Ops 2025. But regardless, the first map that got leaked out was Firing Range, a classic map we've seen in pretty much every Black Ops game, right? Besides for Cold War. I may be forgetting incorrectly. Was it on BO3? I don't even know. It's so many years now at this point. But this was a sick map. This is a shot of the BO4 version. Very classic, you know, nice design, nothing too crazy. Again, I have a bias. I prefer these more simple maps that, you know, are more 3-lane, a bit more straightforward as well. And it may partly just be nostalgia, having fond memories, playing these maps back in the day. It could be that, I'll admit. But I think for the most part, the BO6 MP maps, I'm warming up to a little bit, watching some competitive COD as well on a map like Red Card, which at first I really didn't like Red Card at all, but seeing some really fun close hard points like with Optic and Seattle or Vancouver Surge yesterday, that was a fun map to watch, and you know, it's getting interesting. But I think for, you know, normal traditional MP enjoyers, we kind of want to see more of the OG style of Treyarch maps. The BO6 MP maps just feel like a mixture of Treyarch, but also some Infinity Ward / Sledgehammer influence. It just feels weird, like a combination of all these different studios made maps for Black Ops 6. I feel like the BO6 maps don't feel like classic Treyarch maps. And if they come through with these DLC maps of more Treyarch style maps in terms of the remakes and then also the new ones as well, it could really switch up how people enjoy the game, what people play the game, and what we get for, again, next year's Call of Duty. So before we break down some more maps we're getting here, quick shout out to the sponsor, U4GM. If you need cheap COD points, rare Black Ops 6 unlock codes, BO6 Mastery camos, easy lobbies, and BO6, and much more. A bunch of stuff over there. Use code MAP for an extra 5% off. Links are down below. But for the next map that got leaked out for this game, WMD, this is a map that I think it's cool, but we did just see it in 2021 for Black Ops Cold War, right? I could do without it. There's so many other Treyarch maps, BO2, BO3 MP maps as well, that I'll talk about later on, that have never been remade, never been brought back. I would rather them prioritize those maps that I feel would work so well, especially with Omni movement in this game, as opposed to WMD, which is a cool map, don't get me wrong, but we just saw it. So skipping this one, I don't hate it, but I think would be the right decision. Yemen, though, Yemen would be so fire. It got leaked out for Cold War. It did not release. I think this should be a map that they definitely add Omni movement again as well on this map. Fire. This would probably be a competitive COD map for at least Hardpoint, right? So sick there. That was such a classic map. Dig from BO2 is interesting. This is a DLC map from that game that released later on in the game's life cycle. I think it was the last map pack, right? This one got leaked out for MP at first, but then also recently, if you've seen the zombies videos, could be the new location or a part of the new location of the new DLC 2 zombies map in Avalon. How they tie that in, I'm not so sure. Is it confirmed? Not confirmed, but it seems to be heavily likely that Dig will be, you know, playing some type of role in that zombies map. So do they have Dig as a part of the zombies map in a different way, but also in MP? Was the leak originally just for zombies, or is it just for MP? We don't know for sure. This one's a bit confusing. Dig was a fun map. I remember getting some high kill games on Dig, but, you know, not my favorite map, you know what I mean? So let me know down below your opinions on Dig. Would you want to see that in BO6's MP? I wouldn't be mad if they didn't release this one. Next, though, this is where it gets crazy. Fringe from BO3, the first leak I think we've ever seen, honestly, for a BO3 MP map returning, because I was doing all these videos, of course, during Black Ops Cold War. I don't think there were any leaks about BO3 maps returning. We had rumors and hopes of it, but no, like, real credible leaks. But Fringe got leaked out for BO6. seeing Fringe on this game, especially for competitive COD, oh man, that'd be so sick. So they may have to change some things up a little bit because this was built for a jetpack Call of Duty like BO3. There's different wall running areas and different places, like for the barn here, you could jump through this top window. Maybe they have a ladder up here instead. You know, maybe they switch out some other rooms and change them up just a little bit to fit, you know, boots on the ground Call of Duty. But I think overall the map layout of Fringe was so fire, and this would be a great map to have as a DLC map. And finally showing some BO3 love here. The game's been out for almost 10 years, right? I think it's about time we get some BO3 remakes, not just for MP, but for zombies as well. But at least for MP, Fringe is a top pick for sure. This also just got leaked out as well. Launch from BO1, which did get remade in BO4, which, you know, in my head is recent, but BO4 already has been out for 6-7 years, right? I mean, crazy stuff, man. Time flies. The Launch is a solid map, though. So if we get the BO4 version, which was a nighttime version, I kind of would prefer that. The BO1 version during the daytime was cool, but I think the nighttime aesthetic really worked with Launch in that game, and seeing that version return, I feel like would be sick. But regardless, the map layout's cool. Launch is a solid map, but definitely want to see that in BO6. But of course, I got to go back to BO3 because, man, there's so many other maps that if they want to bring these back for Omni movement, these should be a top priority for sure. Never been remade. It's been long enough. I bet you there's people watching this video right now, let me know down below, that have never played some of these maps here. Breach, Evac, talked about Fringe, Hunted, Metro could be cool, Infection, Redwood, Stronghold. Oh man, I mean, it's about time we get some BO3 maps returning. I feel like if we have a collection of, you know, we don't want too many remakes, of course, but like I said, we have all launch maps that are fully original for BO6, and I don't really prefer them that much. Seeing some BO3 maps return, I don't care if they're not original. I feel like this game would get to another level, honestly. Playing on these maps, it's been long enough again, as I said. Great for comp as well. That would be so fire. So let me know down below your opinions on that. Seeing some of these or all these in BO6 would be an absolute game changer. And for some other stuff as well, I just gotta mention some funny things here. Alix, a leaker back during Cold War, had some interesting stuff recorded. Richtofen in Cold War. So of course, was this ever intended to fully release in Cold War as an operator pack, as some reward? Probably not. Maybe so. We just don't know for sure. But seeing this type of stuff, you know, in Cold War would have been sick, but now is almost like guaranteed likely in Black Ops 6. Based on the bundles we've seen in this game, the zombies themed bundles in BO6 are absolutely fire, and it's still only early December. I could see things getting crazy for zombies themed content in BO6, not just store bundles though, but actual, like, you know, operator skin rewards by completing Easter eggs, by finishing in-game events as well. They've done already such a good job with that stuff, so I could see things getting crazy. And as the storyline, you know, twists and turns throughout the rest of BO6's life cycle, I could see OG characters returning, guaranteed, you know what I mean? So, and we got the leak as well about the premise characters returning for the next game as well. So towards the end of BO6's life cycle, I can see them appearing in some type of way in the last round-based zombies map at some point, you know, in August or September of 2025, and then getting those as store-operated bundles, as, you know, operated skin rewards, as I said, and much more. So, can't wait for the zombies content we're going to get here. Obviously, I would prefer for most of this stuff to be free instead of as bundles we have to pay 20 bucks a pop for, which is unfortunate. But regardless, still is cool. If I'm going to pay 20 bucks, as I said, I want the content to be just absolutely sick and showing some more zombies love, which they've been doing, but continuing that with a lot of like OG characters as well, I feel like would be really cool. So that's it here for this video. Subscribe for more. Let me know down below your opinions on any of the MP maps. Do you think this is a game changer? Do you not think this is a game changer at all? Do you prefer the normal BO6 originally made maps? Do you want to see more of those released as well? Which, that's a fair opinion to have, but I feel like BO6 has such great fundamentals, but the maps are just lacking a little bit. So having some, especially BO3 maps return, would be a game changer, would really bring things up to another level and make BO6 actually like one of the best CODs of all time. It's already pretty good, but it could really take it up a couple notches there. So that's my opinion. Let me know down below your opinion. Shout out to the members. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.